Ooh. I'll run now. I'll be honest, that 17-hour drive, it took a toll on the low back, that's for sure. I actually had a bit of a compressed disc issue, so it's taken me a couple of days to even get in this first session. And yeah, good week for a deload week. So still keeping the form tight, stopping like 3-4 reps shy of failure. And when I'm doing these, specifically on a pectic machine like this, my old coach, or my last coach, showed me this technique which just lights up my chest unbelievably. You can even do this on a fly, and it kind of gets into the upper chest. So as you come forward, don't think about just bringing your hands together. It's going to put a lot of tension on the front delt, but instead think about almost scooping up underneath and driving the inside of your elbows together. You can see just doing the action without weight lifts my upper chest up and just gets a great contraction all through the upper chest and then down through the center of the pec. And that's all I need today. Today's, like I said, a deload, so get a nice little pump. Don't go too crazy, don't touch failure on anything. The working sets are shorter too, so instead of doing 3, occasionally I'll do 4 working sets, but usually 3. I'm only gonna do 2 on every exercise, and I'm gonna go a little bit off the program today because of my lower back. So instead of having to pick up dumbbells for this next movement, see if I can jump on the Smith machine and load it a little bit safer so I'm not picking up weight. Just give my my back a little bit of a break. That Mustang, man, she's fun, but ooh, those bucket seats, golly. All right, so a little bit heavier. I probably only had 2 left. The intensity was more than I want to be at right now, but importantly, just that 20 pounds, that 10 to 10, it made it so I don't do a lot of flat bench pressing on the Smith or barbell. Like I had dumbbell in the program, but I don't want to be picking up those dumbbells right now, at least this week. So, right, I'm on the Smith, but because I don't do it a lot, I'm kind of having trouble connecting with the weight, where even just that little bit extra load transferred a lot of the weight to my front delt and made it less of a chest exercise, and that's not what I want anytime, especially on a deload where I'm just trying to get a good pump, good connection. So I'm gonna drop the 10s, hit another 10 at 225 and just keep it smooth. It's good. I did 12 reps each arm. Probably back off to about 10 reps should be where I need to be this week. Again, I'm just trying to get a little pump, not go too crazy. And I'm even taking out the legs of this deload week for me. So today, a little push session, tomorrow a little pull with a little more modification to what's in the app on that workout of the week. Because I do not want to make the back worse, that's for sure. Man, it's hard. Even a regular deload, like when I'm healthy, I'll still take a deload every like five weeks or so on a mesocycle. You know, ramp up intensity in the training, recover, do it again. And even as I've been losing weight, that periodization has helped me get stronger, which is sweet. So my point being, even on a normal deload week when I'm not dealing with like a nagging back, I get it. Like, it's tough to come in and go, all right, I could have probably done 4 more reps, or I could do another set or 2 and then just move on to the next. But I've learned the hard way through experience that it's so much better to take the rest when you need it, when it's programmed in, and then hit it hard the following week. Because right now my aim is to be really setting myself up to push the gas come the next Monday. You know, it's not about pushing the gas today as much as I want to. All right, let's see where we're at. So I think I'm almost done. Weekly workout. I'm a day late. It's Tuesday, but yesterday was spent at the PT. So we did pec deck and dumbbell. We switched for flat. I'm gonna skip the incline because that puts a little bit more pressure on my spine. One more set on the lateral raise, which I should go lighter on. So I'm supposed to be up at 15. That's what I get for not looking at the program. And then we'll do the tricep push down. We might as well do that right here since we're set up. So 3 more working sets. And then I'm doing right now a little bit of morning cardio and fasted cardio. So today will be 20 minutes post-workout on the stairs. This morning was 30 minutes fasted before my first meal. And that creates a pretty good deficit because between the two, I'm at like 425 and probably between like 600 and 700 calories burned with the 50 minutes on the stairs between the 2 sessions on a training day. So that's it helps, you know. And then I don't have to go as low with calories on my diet. And it's a little more work, but you know, it's all about the balance. I was gonna say we kind of got 2 options. These I like a lot of the time for tricep pushdowns instead of a rope, because you can rest your hand on the inside of the loop. And then, you know, like this, my grip strength isn't gonna limit the movement. It's just all the pressure's on the outside of my hand here. And I can get a great squeeze in the tricep. However, yeah, we got one option. This is kind of my in-between though. So I like this guy because similarly, I'll grab the rope. It has these little ergonomic handles where you can put your hands into the thing, but I like to grab the rope. That way the bottom of my hands can rest with a little more support on the top of this handle, and a similar effect to the other piece where I don't have to worry about gripping, because you know how it is when you're on the rope and you start slipping down and you're like 3 fingers, 2 fingers, and just no bueno. That was good. 12 or 13. Perfect weight. Nice little pump. Oh, right now. Man. Yo, I missed this little spot. Shoot, man, this is the one right here. And I still got another bowl because I do 4 rice cakes post-workout. I had 2, so I get to eat that again, which I'm looking forward to. It gets you through, especially, you know, when you're cutting down, your hunger's up, obviously, but sometimes that post-workout cardio, you're kind of dragging through it. You're just exhausted, looking forward to the next meal. And shoot, I've been doing this post-workout for maybe like 2 months or so, something like that. That's how long I've really been dialing in on my cut, and I wanted to optimize my post-workout meal a little bit more. So quick digesting protein from that little raw RTD, and then these chocolate rice cakes are, I want to say like the Quaker brand chocolate rice cakes, so 4 of those. So just pretty much straight carbs and protein post-workout, so real quick digesting, get the glycogen in the muscle, and kickstart my recovery, which is huge, especially when you're cutting. So this has been the go-to, and it feels like a little treat too. You know, I get to eat you know, a little something sweet, because I definitely got a little sweet tooth. So I'll link the protein I use. The specific flavor is mocha latte, and I'm not like a huge coffee guy. You know, I like it, but for whatever reason, it just has like the right balance of sweetness in there, like sweetness with a little chocolate with like a hint of that coffee, man, and that. It's the bee's knees, man. It's the bee's knees. So that's it. This is the new space. This is kind of the new flow. I'm excited. Kind of been in this weird liminal space with really this channel and my work, because I knew, okay, I had opportunity. I don't want to say this. You know, coming off competing in Florida and being in a space where I'm like, all right, I'm not competing, but I don't feel like I'm in the type of environment I talked about in the last video to really create the way I like to create and you know, document the way I like to document. So that's did some thinking, some praying, and the signs were pretty obvious, and it brought me back here to Ohio, where, crazy enough, I was in the unit directly above this one, so we're right underneath. If you've ever read the book The Alchemist, you'll understand the significance of that. But it's cool, man. It's special, and it's been a few days here, and I'm fired up to be back training at the gym that feels like home, and back in this space, which I'll take you guys through kind of what I want to do with this, because it's, you know, it's almost like this little studio vibe in here, which I absolutely love. You know, the raw exposed concrete floors, the high ceilings. Like, for me, this pushes my creativity to another level, and you know, I just want to see how much I can pour into that. So I'll share kind of some of the process of maybe putting this place together if you guys are interested in that. Of course, we'll focus on the training week to week, progressing through this upcoming mesocycle. Since this week is a deload week, the week coming up is going to be week 1 of a new mesocycle. It's like a 5-6 week block of training where I like to increase in intensity, sometimes increase in volume over the weeks, to where the last week or two I'm training to failure, really pushing, really fatigued. And then I take the deload week to rest, recover, get a little pump, kind of reevaluate the system in terms of how's my progress been, and let my body heal up so that I can repeat that again. And like I was saying, even in a cut, that allows me to still build strength, which is pretty cool, or at least puts me in a better position to maintain strength. If you guys are interested, we'll do a little tour of the space. I lived here for 2 years and I never did a proper tour of the little humble abode. So, all right, so here we go. This is the kitchen. Has like a little kitchen island, which is really convenient. I did not have an island at my last place. In fact, I built a table. So the fact that this has an island is very smooth. We got our little fridge. Again, I don't have much. I need to get some stools for the island. But I got the fridge stocked with the essentials. Got my hummus fit meal prep. And then those little RTDs, some rice, avocado. Keep it healthy, keep it simple. I mean, really that's all I need. That's been getting me by the last few days. This space is where, I love it. It's just a little blank canvas, exposed concrete floors, and just good materiality. I would say that's probably a good word. So here I used to have like a whole shelving unit with some lighting. So I want to build that up again, like a little steel shelving unit over this to be the home for camera equipment and little cool pieces for the place. Probably do the couch here in the middle again, and then shoot, maybe a little TV setup. We will see. And then little hallway, washer and dryer, and let's see. This is where the magic happens, aka the sleep. Let me get a little light on. Yeah. Little air mattress setup while the rest of my stuff comes in. But not bad. Honestly, it's what you make it, It's a reminder you don't really need much to make it happen. And then that's it. This is the closet, which is really nice that for a 1-bedroom apartment to have this much space in the closet where you got like a little sliding door, and then I'll kind of get organized obviously once the rest of my clothes come in, but for now it's been living out of the suitcase. And then we have the little bathroom, smooth little shower setup, vanity, chilling. That's it. Gotta rebuild it, but I have the vision. I want to even do maybe like right here in between the hallway and kind of the main space. If you've ever seen a photo of it, I'll pop up my inspiration photo, industrial version of a mood board, just to get everything that's in my mind on my phone into something physical that I can see, because I'm a big like notes guy. So when I have like projects, work, training, everything I organize in my notes, which is cool, but it's not very visual. I'll do like collections on Instagram or Pinterest where you can build out like boards for inspiration. But there's something about like having something like physical, something tactile in the real world. So I want to kind of basically make a Pinterest board, inspiration board on a steel plate. So I just got to figure out where to get the steel plate, how to order that, because that boy is not going to fit in a car right now. Not with the current car situation. So we'll get there. But that's one of the first things I want to do, because I always like kind of getting organized and aiming before you start firing at projects. So we'll see, man. Other than that, I will see you next week with a week 1 session from the new mesocycle in the programming. So we'll get that going. But appreciate you guys watching. That's a little deload week, the new space. But what do I know? I'm just Merc.